When Vicky told me she had that Hollywood job all set up behind my back, well, you could have knocked me down with a feather.
So you knocked her down instead, is that it?
No, wise guy, I did exactly what you would do. I got cockeyed. Do you mind turning that thing down a little? Not at all.
Women are all alike.
For Pete's sake, what difference does that make? You've got to have them. They're standard equipment.
Can you imagine her walking out on me after all that I've done for her? Me!
You've done for her? What have you done for her?
Well, I took her around to all the bright spots. I let her be seen with me everywhere. It made her seem important.
Why, you parboiled old ham. You don't think anybody thought there was anything between you two, do you? If it hadn't been for my plugging in the column, people would have thought she was your trained nurse.
Why, you ink stinking word slinger. I was famous when they were changing your pants 20 times a day.
What's the use of bickering? We've all gotten it where Nellie wore the beads, and we may as well admit it.
Well, surely you got some fun out of it.
That's where you're wrong. All I got was a handshake, a smile, and a promise. I had to sit around with that sourpuss sister of hers half the time waiting for Vicky to come home.
You're kidding.
On a level. Night after night.
Didn't you even get a souvenir?
Well, I got this. She gave it to me once when she had an appointment. She told me to go up to her apartment and wait. I waited, and she came in with you.
Well, I'll be darned. There's another for the scrapbook. I wonder if there could have been somebody else in her life all the time.
Well, if there was, he must have been a locksmith.
Was there anyone in her life before this Frankie Christopher? On your last visit to New York, for instance, about a year ago? Any little incident that you can remember may be of enormous help.
She was working in the restaurant then and working pretty hard. She didn't have much time for running around and... Now that you mention it, I do remember a queer thing that happened. I didn't think much of it at the time, but... Well, I was sitting in the place one night waiting for her to finish up so we could go home when... I'll be with you in a minute, sis.
Okay.